it's Patrick and Matt from Prepare Patriot. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to attach gear to your plate carrier. A couple different methods to do it. You can use Malice clips, or you can use the factory webbing gear that comes on your equipment. Stay tuned, we're going to change the camera angle and let you see how we apply it to different plate carriers and different equipment. Alright guys, so we got the camera turned around. I did switch out to a camo pouch just because it's a little bit easier to see when you have contrasting colors here. Just so you guys can see as it goes through kind of what it's doing. It's the same pouch, no different, just a different color. But I wanted to show you guys how this looks and how you set it up as you go through. We're going to do just the factory ones first, and then we'll talk about how you do the Malice ones in the end. But to begin with, what I would do is pick the bar where you want it to be at level with, and then run your first loops through that area. So you're just going to weave it in and then pull it out the other side, just like this. So the biggest mistake most people make is they just run it down through the bottom and then run it back through these, and you get this kind of big dangly mess here. The key to this Molle webbing is that you need to loop it through itself and weave it together so that it doesn't come loose, and it's ultra strong. You really don't have any issues out of it when you do it that way. So once you've went through this, as you can see, this goes into the top part, that bar space. As I fold that over, will take up that area, and then we're just going to go through the next part on the actual material that we're going to be looping together here. And you'll see as I lay that down and we fold this back up, you can see it starts to weave itself together. So this now takes this empty space just like that, and we're going to weave this just all the way down through until we get, so you're basically skipping one here, so you have room for that to weave back together, if you see that. This one's the same, so we're just going to come down, skip one, go into the next loop, pull it through. And this is a laser cut Freeman, so it kind of has a thinner Molle. If you were using one like this Veritas here that has the traditional Molle on it, it would work the same. You just use these as you're lacing through there. So it is no different. It's just the different materials. And it's also good, like I said earlier, to take the plates out. So if I'm getting toward these and they're a little bit harder to get in, I can stick my fingers inside there to help weave it through. So that's a little bonus tip. So now you can see that we've got that laced through the pack, and it's going to take up that empty area. So now we need to weave it back through the material here. Just like that. Okay. And then next we'll go back through, after you skip one, we're going to go through the last hole here. And I'm going to show you on this one how it finishes out. That piece will now tuck back into the bottom of the pouch itself, just like that. And then we'll do the other side. I do find it's easier to go ahead and lace it through together like this. If you're going to do both of them, do it just like that and kind of lace it, both of them together, versus trying to do one side and then the other. So that goes, tucks in like that, and there you go. So now you have a piece that is firmly connected. As you can see, it's woven through, so it's nice and strong. It won't let go. But therein lies the problem. This is a cheaper elastic type magazine holder. The better your equipment, the better the fitment. This should, in my opinion, have come with another set of the factory ones on the outside edge here. I don't like that this flaps around. I feel like that could be a problem. Now, as you stick a mag in it, yeah, I know it gets more rigid, but I just don't like that being able to catch and move. So that's where this unique system is kind of cool. Unfortunately, with the gear that I'm using, it's not going to turn out exactly correct. This is a cheaper kind of Chinese knockoff gear that's not great. If you had a better Molle system that had the bars in line correctly, it would be much easier. But sometimes with Chinese crappy gear, you got to do what you got to do. This is a rental, so we put stuff out that can be abused that we don't care about. That's not going to break the bank, so to speak. Our regular gear, that is our go time gear, is a little bit better quality stuff that it works a little bit better. That being said, I want to show you just a second of how you would use this if you're using it correctly. What you would do, you want to make sure that you're feeding it so that the tab end is up where you can see it. And we're just going to feed it through the bottom, all the way through the back of the gear until we get to the top of the Molle. And we're going to come all the way through, just like that. Now, normally, we would just begin our weave the way we would before. You just weave it in, weave it out, weave it in, weave it out. But as you can tell with this cheaper gear, it's just not going to work out correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weave it in. So don't pay so much attention about how to use it here. Understand it's just like the other video that typically you would skip one and there should be a bar here to go through the top of the piece. And then you'd run it through the next one just like you did any other piece of gear. But I'm going to show you in a way how you can use this in multiple ways to hold down kit that maybe isn't as great quality. This is a way to turn it into a little bit better product. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it through both of those and skip down and then lace it through where I can. So you see this bar lines up the way it's supposed to. This is the way it would normally look. You would lace it like that and then go back through. And because this isn't going to match perfectly like I want it to, I'm going to go ahead and go through both and pull it through the bottom like so. So just pretend that we had laced that through correctly. And now you would just snap that in until it clicks, just like that. And then now that's going to hold that down. And that's much better than it was with the ends flopping up and everything. It just gives it a much more secure fit. And here you can see one that we've done exactly the same way on another piece of gear. And it's holding pretty good compared to the way it was. I trust that a lot more. And these Malice clips are not very expensive. And you can reuse these. You know, once you take this off, you just push a key in there to pop that tab up and then pull it out and it'll let go, kind of like a pull tie or something. It works pretty well for what you're doing. It works even better on high quality gear. Like I said, these are rentals, so they get a little bit cheaper gear than we would normally run. But I will say I do like these. I think they're pretty well made for what you're getting. You know, you have to remember you don't get much for 15 bucks. So $15 to $20, you know, plate carrier mag holders, not too bad. And what we like about these for our rental class is that these can fit AR or AK mags in them pretty easily. So it doesn't matter what the student shows up with. Pretty much anything they show up with will fit in these mag pouches. So I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll go back up and let you guys have some final thoughts. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that video and you learned a little something about Malice clips and other attachment methods. If you haven't already enjoyed the video, please hit the subscription button and hit that notification bell so you can get more videos of stuff that we're doing in the future and any other tips that we may think of that you might enjoy. If you haven't already, check out the channel. You might find all kinds of useful videos on everything from training to gear to preparedness. And if you're interested in training with us, check out preparedpatriotnc.com. Until next time, we hope you carry smart, carry safe, and be prepared.